Hey friends, it's good to see you. It's Saturday. That means it's time for my favorite live stream of the week, or at least my favorite live reading live stream of the week, the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask questions and I give you answers, and the more specific your questions are, the happier I am. So let's hop right on over to CardCam and let's get going. You can see I am once again working with Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, arguably my favorite Ciro Marchetti deck. All right. Here we go. And you know how this works. I'm going to take these in the order in which I see them. If I accidentally skip someone, let me know. That's pretty much it. Let's do this. Hey, Clean Music Lover, good to see you. We are doing specific questions today. If you have a question for a reading, get it in. I will take them in the order in which I see them, starting with Jeannie Mnuchin. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Trying to figure out the fall. I have 2 potential jobs starting in September. One managing a project and one workshop. I have several conversations in progress about potential work. There's a deadline tonight for a 5-minute dance piece. I'm considering applying with the movement excerpt Where the Cosmos Speaks with Humanity. It uses a large hoop skirt universe covering me from head to toe. The costume changes shapes with the text. The costume changes shapes with the text. I love that. Performance would be the night I begin teaching my workshop in a month, and both will require work to prepare. What are the chances of acceptance? It's such a cool thing. What are the chances of acceptance, and should I try for this as a way of moving my play forward, or is it too much? Okay, great question. What are the chances of it being accepted? That is a big 50-50. It could happen. Like, if you apply, be aware that it could happen, right? If you were to do it, could you manage to do this and the workshop all prepared for in 1 month? It's a lot. It's a lot. Could you do it? Yes. Should you do it? Maybe. How important would it be to do this excerpt in this setting to move the play forward? How important is it? It's not that hugely important. It's a great idea. If you didn't have anything else going on, I would encourage it, but as of now, I would want to say, I don't know. It's a great idea, but you don't have to do every great idea. Excuse me. Excuse me. I teach on, it brought me Triscuits. I love Triscuits. I have a huge thing with all different kinds of Triscuits. But I should never eat them before a broadcast, because inevitably there'll be one little piece of Triscuit stuck in my throat, which is what's happening right now. Okay, so Jeannie, and obviously, I'm having a hard time saying it, so maybe we should, even beyond the Triscuits, maybe we should listen to that. But here's the thing. If you choose to do this, if you choose to do both of these things at the same time, essentially, you can do it, but it would be a lot, and it's important to remember that. And it made me choke, so... Well, Triscuits made me choke, but still, at that time. So maybe, I don't know. It's a cool idea, but maybe no. All right. Anna K, here we go. Good morning. Trying to decide on a grill since I'll be living in an apartment and have to buy an electric one. The brand I like has 2 sizes that are appropriate, a smaller and a little bigger. Which one would be more useful? Don't want to spend the extra money on the bigger if the size of the smaller is enough. It's not really a silly question. I mean, no, it's not a silly question. Can't make this decision for 2 days now? I will be happy to ring in on this. All right, so here we go. Smaller grill, bigger grill. It's going to be worth spending the money on the bigger grill. Get the bigger grill. If you get the smaller grill, you'll be like, oh, I should have gotten the bigger one. I should have gotten the bigger one. And you'll be thinking about, should I just get rid of this and get the bigger one? So get the bigger one. You'll be glad you did. And then invite me over for dinner. Would I go all the way to Miami for dinner? I probably would, yes. All right, no, seriously, get the bigger grill. All right. Nalini, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Should I go tonight and will it be fun? No. You know, I am all for you going places and doing things. I am all for it. But the cards about this particular thing, well, let's see, would this particular thing be fun? I'm not thrilled with this thing. If you really want to go, by all means go. But if you're like, nah, no, you could give this one a miss if you want. You could. All right. Mix you here. Michelle, good to see you. This has a trigger warning for weight loss. Okay, and talk about weight loss. Thanks for giving the trigger warning. Appreciate it. I rejoined Weight Watchers in June to try to lose weight in order for the hip pain, right? You've got hip pain. I understand. I get it. Can't exercise much. Hip pain, chronic pain generally. I've been really trying hard with food. I haven't lost anything in a couple weeks. I'd love some advice from Spirit, the universe. I'm being kind to myself. I'm just frustrated. Got it. Got it. So, what do you need to know about this journey? It is hard for you to let go of the weight. There's a whole emotional, spiritual thing here around your personal transformation that is hard for you. Perhaps the weight makes you feel grounded. Perhaps the weight makes you feel attractive. And here's the thing, and I'm saying this as I just saw on TikTok, I'm apparently a mid-size girly, apparently. That's like the nice term for the weight that I'm at, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, I'm saying this to you as a person who also carries extra weight. What is showing up here is like we know full well. The weight lets me hide and not make connections. There you go. Like we know full well that all the reasons the weight does not serve us. We don't love what we see when we look in the mirror. It's not good for our health. Hip pain, all kinds of stuff, blood pressure, all of it. We know. But weight serves us in some ways too. And I think you have to look at how it's serving you and work to not want that service anymore, or to find a way to get that service elsewhere. I could have just been saying that to me as easily as saying it to you, I swear to goodness. So I'm going to take that and process it later, and I hope you take that and process it as well, because there it is. And food is your numbing agent. Yeah, understood. So so you have to find other ways to serve that. And when we talk about numbing agent, you have to be careful, right? Because there are other numbing agents that are worse. So there's that. All right, Mary, good to see you. What are my chances of getting a job offer in the next 3 or 4 weeks? Your chances of getting a job offer in September specifically are good. Smile Soul 20, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. My question is, will I have my bike this week? The reason being, I damaged the rear rim about a week ago, took it to the mechanic for an estimate. Okay, so are you getting your bike back this week? Man, it may take a minute. You may not, you may have your bike away for a few weeks. I am so sorry to tell you this, but yes, it may take longer. Okay. Angie, good to see you. What are Faisal's feelings for me? Maybe not. Like, I'm not even sure this person is like interested or wanting to talk. Whatever there was, there may now be closure. It may be time to move on. All right. Christine Hallowell, good to see you. I have to make a choice on something. Should I choose A or B? A. Oh, are we sure we have to choose between both of these? Is there not a C choice that we could look at? If you had to choose between the two, maybe A, maybe. But I would say another choice, please, is what I would like. And will my son be able to get the additional class he wants? To get the additional class, he wants an aide to assist him. I think, yes, he's likely to be able to do that, yes. Smile Soul 20, sorry it wasn't better news. Let's hope, let's try to move that energy along. All right, Trey Cameron. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Started playing a new game recently. Will I enjoy this game long term? Yes. Yes, this one seems to be something that, where you could take it for a while. So that feels good. Melissa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years, and thanks for using members only emojis. Okay, yes, 2 questions, one for P and one for you. Happy to do it. And if P happens to be watching, hello, good to see you. All right. 2 questions. We're going to do P first. He has had 2 nightmares of the same theme. In the dream, someone is breaking into his house and stealing things. His TV is what he remembers being stolen. He thinks it relates to a work situation where people are stealing his ideas and specifically a process he has come up with. Oh, no, we hate that. Thanks for any thoughts on this. Okay, yeah. So, in the dream, I think it is about work, but it's about other things too. I think this is an overarching theme, and when we look at what happens at work, this is ongoing and energetic and karmic and something, if you can solve this, then you will not have to worry so much, people will not be so inclined to do this. This is maybe generational, maybe ancestral, maybe stuff that has happened to people in your lineage as well. Or maybe just something that has happened to you a lot, where your autonomy is not your own. People take your ideas. People don't see you. People expect you to give them things or don't have good boundaries with you. It's death by 1,000 cuts. And this seems to be ongoing and again seems to be generational or ancestral or something. So does it relate to the thing at work? Yes, but also this larger energy. What do you do to solve this? Learn how to speak out. Learn how to fight against it. Do not believe that you are helpless. Find ways to work with this so it does not feel like you just have to stand back and let people do this. Sometimes it's best to sort of just let the universe take care of things, but sometimes you have to intervene and stand up for yourself. And I think you're not good at knowing how and when to stand up for yourself. And this offers you an opportunity to learn that. That's what I think. Okay, Melissa, for you, a work question. Well, and let's just go back then for a minute to P regarding this situation at work. At work, I do feel like this can be remedied at work to some degree, but it is painful and difficult, and that's like a whole other question, like how to deal with what's going on at work. The larger energetic work will help what's going on at the job, but in the long run for P, it may be P needs a different job. It's possible. All right, so now for you, Melissa, a work question as well. Is Eddie Haskell, and for those of you who get the reference, we have been calling this dude Eddie Haskell for a long time because he's just like that. He sucks up to people, but he's really bad, right? So, Melissa, is Eddie Haskell doing things to usurp your authority? He seems to give 100% for projects that make him look good, but shows no initiative for programs that you ask him to work on. I'm struggling on how to figure out how to manage the situation. So it's not so much to usurp, and it may not even be conscious. It just may be that he doesn't like you. He doesn't like that you have this job. And so he will, he will put his energy, and we know he's always trying to make himself look good versus trying to actually do good things. And that's always the case. It has nothing to do with you. And you know this because when you are not his boss, you recognize this is what he was doing, that he always will do the things that are showy rather than the work that is assigned. I just don't think the previous boss caught on to it so much because he was so Eddie Haskell to you. You see through it, which is why he doesn't like you. So, how do you manage this? Don't assign him important things, and don't let it get to your sense of justice that he gets paid to do ridiculous things. And eventually this will all be sorted out in a larger way, but I don't think he's fixable. Like, you can't put energy into fixing him because he will always be Eddie Haskell and he will never be fixed. So there it is. All right. I'm watching out of the corner of my eye this side conversation about another dream that I'm going to get to do, so I'm excited about that when we get there. Okay. Hey, Justine. So happy to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. And glad you're here. Okay. I'm about to start a series of pretty serious medical procedures in my mouth. These will probably be taking place over the span of the next 6 months to a year or more. But I'm wondering, do I need to go back and see my dentist to have them do A, B, or C again before I begin these new procedures going forward with the new oral surgeon? Or am I ready to move forward with the oral surgeon as I am? Okay. Obviously not a doctor, but let's see what the cards say. Just moving forward with the oral surgeon as you are, not a bad thing. Getting A, B, or C done. I'm a fan of just moving on with the oral surgeon and let's get her done. Good luck. Angie, good to see you. Do you see a relationship with, is it Bahu? I don't know how to pronounce the name, but that person. Do I see you in a relationship with that person? Not necessarily. That may not be a thing from what I can see. Medium that rocks. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, Kimmy. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being a member. How's the new job? Oh, recently I met a neighbor, a man. He seems very friendly. Is he interested or just friendly? I feel awkward now when I see him. How should I best approach him? Well, first of all, let's see what kind of person he is. Interesting. We've seen those cards recently. I have nothing either good or bad to say about him personally. I'm neutral about him personally. No warnings, but no recommendations either. Don't like the job. Yeah, I didn't think you would. But that's okay. You don't have to do it forever. You don't have to do it for very long. So, is he interested in you? I think he's open to possibilities, but I think he's got weird issues around relationships. What do we see between the two of you? I mean, I think you can be neighborly. I think you can be friendly. But there is a little bit of a weird energy here, so I think you want to have good boundaries here. Like, this may be a guy who doesn't know how to read social clues and doesn't know how to read the room. So I would just be a little bit careful with this one. Yeah, don't need that. Yeah, be a little careful. Be friendly. I think he's a good neighbor, but be friendly, but very boundaried. All right, Kitty Beckwith, good to see you. Your grandmother's notebook. Is it in your house or your mother's? Oh my goodness, okay. Are we sure it's in one of those two places and not somewhere else? Are we sure it's not somewhere else? Are we sure it's not in a car, in a box in a storage unit, something else? I'm not sure that it's in either of those places. I'm not sure, and I'm sorry to be unhelpful, but I'm just not sure. If we were to say, looking for this notebook, where would we find it? You would find it where you're not looking and where you're not expecting it. If I had to guess between the two houses, I'm going to say yours, but I'm really not sure. Medium that rocks, you are very welcome. Joe 1, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Will things work out with my oldest son going back to his father's place? He's been living me for a while due to contention with his dad. So, going to live with his dad now, there will still be contention, because things have not really gotten better, but I think there is a reason to do it and for him to learn how to deal with this. Because his dad is who his dad is. So I don't think it's easy, but I think it could be okay. Kimmy, good to see you. Thanks for being here. What message do you need to hear right now? The message that all things are possible and that you are certainly overworked and underpaid right now, but you are on a journey that is going to move you forward, and that journey is good and appropriate, and you'll be glad you did it. Allie Mammon, so good to see you. I'm better at reading tarot cards. Is this because of my awakening psychic senses or seeing patterns I don't notice or mixed meanings with common sense? And then could you please do an all-over health reading? So, if you're good at reading tarot cards, you know that your best source of health is your doctor. When we look at your well-being, I think you can have a lot of anxiety about well-being. There's nothing here that I'm worried about, but if you have questions, definitely see your doctor. And when we look at being better at reading tarot cards, I'm going to say it's all of the above plus practice. That when we practice with tarot, we do open up psychically, we do become more psychic, and we remember the cards, and we get more wisdom. So it's practice, and it's all of those things together. Certainly. All right, Lisa Harmon, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Lumen, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thank you both for being members. The next question I see is Claire C. Thank you for being a member for more than 3 years. I've booked my adventure to Europe for October. So exciting. Anything else I should know? No! Luck and fate and fortune are with you on this journey. That's fabulous. I love that. Just whoever like you're going with, or like if there's a group or whatever, don't let people that you don't like hang on to you. That's all. All right. Lisa Harmon. Thanks for being here. Thanks for we've been talking about tarot cookies. Lisa Harmon, thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. A sugar cookie with icing. Yeah, I think that would make total sense. That would make total sense. Because then they could all be the same shape, right? It makes a lot of sense. All right. Does Spirit have any messages for me? Yes. What is making you angry and frustrated right now? Figure it out and solve it so you can be at peace with all things as quickly as possible. Dr. Aled, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Any more information about a potential man's? You're busy doing a lot of different things and don't really have the time to worry about or participate with any kind of craziness. At the same time, you would like a relationship. But at the same time, there are literally no people around you that are of interest right now. It is a dry, freaking barren wasteland until the minute it's not. And so just go forward doing the things you need to do and recognize it'll happen when it happens and you'll know it when it happens. And when do we think that might be? I mean, it could be at any point. It could be, well, we're getting a few twos there. So I'm going to say, okay, here's what we're going to do with that. Anytime potentially between like October and February. Let's see what happens. All right, Lumen, and you're about to go into a class, so you will catch the replay. That is fine. Dr. Aled, that's exactly what I've said and exactly how I feel. Yeah, makes sense. Lumen, thank you for being a member. We really appreciate you. Here we go. This one requires some tea. I'm thinking about having a conversation with my partner about my concerns about progressing our relationship. We often have talks about the future, but it feels to me that after the talk, not much happens to move in that direction. This could also be about smaller goals that I would like to see us accomplish as a partnership. I feel there's an issue of accountability. We have dated for a few years now, and I am at the point where I want to start a family. I am thinking about giving not an ultimatum, but honestly stating that while I love him, this is what I would like to see happen in the next few months. Are you willing to do X, Y, Z? If not, that's fine. But I don't think we should be exclusive until you come with action. I guess my question is, should I wait to give him space to get there himself by the end of the year, or should I just rip the bandage off? How will this conversation go? So, and of course, in my very practical mind, when we talk about having kids, right away, my question is going to be, how old are you? If you're young 20s, it's a very different conversation than if you're old 20s or young to mid 30s, a very different conversation, right? We can't afford to waste time. So, when we look at your partner, I feel like like your partner's intentions are good. The fact that things don't happen and things don't get done, it's not a lack of intention. It's a lack of like this person already, this person is already overwhelmed with what's going on in life right now. This person does not have the bandwidth. So is this person capable of doing more? No. You are seeing what the capability is. Will this person become more capable in time? Maybe. Maybe, but I mean, I feel like this is a great person who does not have the capacity to do what you need. And like if this person is overwhelmed now, how are they going to be with kids? So then we say, well, is there a way you and this person could move forward and happily do that? I think you got to be careful here. I think you have to be really careful. So then we say, if you don't do it with this person, will you find a great person to have this life with in time? Tick-tock, biological clock. Let's see. It's a worry. It's a concern. I feel like you know exactly what you want and you can find what you want, but I don't think you should be messing around with what you don't want, trying to turn what you don't want into what you want when you could go find what you want, which will not be easy, but it's going to be easier than turning one thing into something else, perhaps. Good luck. Joanne, thank you. Claire, going solo, but we'll probably meet people along the way. Paris, Venice, 11-day cruise to everywhere, then Barcelona and Paris again, using your miles. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's on that cruise you want to be careful about hangers-on. Sounds fabulous. All right. Barbie Bird. It is good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Now that you're in your place, congratulations. The last thing to check off my moving list is selling my vehicle. How long will it take to sell once we post it? Will I get a good offer? I'm looking to break even or not lose more than $2,000 on it overall. What is the likely outcome? Hey, Barbie, glad you're here. Okay. I know this has been a real stressor for you. This is something you've been really, really, really worried about. So let's see. Once you post it, I think there really is nothing here to be worried about. Once you post it, I think it will go quickly and I think you'll be happy with the money that you get. I think this is all good. And I think it is trauma that makes you as worried as you are. Barbie, you are very welcome. All right, Gianna, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. My question is A, B, or C. All right. B, we have a very, 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 very strong preference for B. Peggy Lou Levens, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Catherine Fan, glad you're here. My best friend and I haven't talked in 2 weeks because she accidentally spilled a very big secret of mine and it spread. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I tried to talk to her about it, but she wasn't very apologetic, which made me upset. How is she feeling about this? It's a trust issue, so I'm having trouble getting over it, but we've been friends for many years. If you have any advice on the situation, thank you. Oh my gosh, Catherine, I am so sorry. Yes, we will absolutely do that. Barbie's feedback. It's just the most money I've ever invested in myself, and I have to change lanes, no pun intended, so quickly, and sell when I'm not in the best financial situation. It's a lot of new. It is a lot of new, but you're handling it all great. You are doing so well. You need to just really be like, I'm doing so well. I'm doing so well. You need to feel so empowered in what you're doing, Barbie. Absolutely. Okay, Catherine, here we go. You know, I really think she's trying to minimize, Catherine. The lack of apology is a minimization. She's trying to minimize. Is she sorry in her heart of hearts? She knows she shouldn't have done it. She feels really, really bad. She feels like a freaking loser. She feels terrible about it. But she doesn't know how to say that. She doesn't know how to say, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. She doesn't know how to say that. And so she minimizes it. So is this a friendship? Like, one of two things is true, right? Either this is a long-term friendship, she feels bad, but she's handling it badly, but because this is a long-term friendship, we need to pursue it. That's one possibility. The other possibility is that you are seeing something that you need to see, and this is not a worthy friendship. So which is it? I think, like, even though I think she does really feel bad about it, her inability to come to the table with a legitimate apology says something about her character that I don't think you should unsee. Like, we have to be willing to sincerely apologize because we will all make mistakes. That was a big one, but it wasn't intentional. It wasn't malicious. But the inability to apologize says something that I think you need to see and not unsee. And that might mean pulling back on the friendship. Maybe not, I don't know if it means not being friends or just not being as close friends or whatever. But, you know, yes, you don't want to trust this person with a secret, but this person has also shown something about their character. So, Damini, good to see you. Will I have a reconciliation with my mom? This is my question. We live away now. Okay. I think you could try to talk and reconcile, but you should not live together. You should not live together. So reconciliation, yes. Living together, no. Catherine, thank you. That's exactly what was bothering me. It definitely wasn't malicious, but all I was hoping for was a sincere apology, as I felt like she was downplaying the situation. Yeah, and that reveals something about her character that I think it's really important to know. So yeah, absolutely. All right. Imi. What my romantic life will be soon. I'm alone. I'm going to find the one. Yeah, be careful though. You got to stay away from people who disrespect you. Do not try to take someone who disrespects you and turn them into the one. So you have to be very, very careful, but you can find what you're looking for. And Mealy, good to see you. We missed you on Sunday. I know you weren't feeling well. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. I chose to take a course in astrology, psychology. Nice. Does this align with my path? Well, sure. I think that's totally interesting. I think that could be very, very helpful to you. Sure. Absolutely, yes. By all means. Lisa E., good to see you. For the first time in 8 years, I'm having a weird interpersonal problem with a coworker who was hired 6 months ago. And probation started last week. It's like is that probation? Is that what prob is? I'm not sure. It's like a power struggle that I want no part of. Any advice? So when we look at this coworker, there is something about this coworker that is very, very triggering for you. They are stubborn and they think they know a lot more than they do. Step back, and like don't interact with this person any more than you have to. Either they will click in and become more reasonable, or it will become clear that they're ridiculous and they'll have to go and you won't have anything to do with it. So just step back as much as you can and know that it will work its way out one way or the other. And this is not you. This is not like you didn't create this. And Martha Vink, back from your sabbatical. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to hear all about it. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I hope your sabbatical was fabulous. All right. Just got back last night and tested positive for COVID today, of course, but a great trip. There you go. All right. Magnets Millions, good to see you. Will I get a new job before December 2024? Quite possibly. Do my managers already know it's coming? I don't think the plan has yet been made, but it is possible that it will happen. Pretty Plush. Will I have financial success soon? Topeka, you're good. You're good. Will I have financial success soon? Not as soon as you would like, but keep working because you'll get there. Gemini Sun, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for being a moderator. Really excited about new opportunities that arose. Fabulous. Going to check both out, but which is looking better, A or B? They both have their pluses and minuses, and now that you're looking at these kinds of opportunities, there may even be others. So look at them both with an open mind. I lean toward B slightly, but I think this is a beginning of many opportunities. All right. Medihan Ness, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years, and thanks for using members-only emojis. What do my ancestors like to advise me? Little one is on the phone with his cousin. So sweet. Okay. So advice from your ancestors. Know that they are with you. Know that you are loved, and continue traditions that honor them. And know they're doing everything they can do to help you. Oh my gosh, Joe One, you're in the middle of Hurricane Ernesto right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, and Audie has an interview on Monday. He'd like to know how it will go. What should he watch out for? What to say or not to say. Okay, how will the interview go? This is a good one. This could go very well anyway. Don't say too much. Answer questions, don't say too much. Like, let them ask and let them talk. And the thing is, I think you could get this job, but there could be some things about this job that could be problematic. I think it could still be good anyway. So if something seems like a problem, ask a question about it so you learn. Hey, Dora, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. All right, Clean Music Lover. Will work for me get better? I've been at my new job and I've been getting yelled at by one of the coaches since day 2. I almost walked out one morning and almost had a mental breakdown 1 week ago. Good Lord. I think it will get better. And how will it get better? It will get better because you'll learn not to let those things affect you. And when it doesn't affect you, they'll stop doing it. I'm not justifying it. It's bad. But, there it is. Ness, you are very welcome. Excuse me. Oh, Anna Kay, you'll bring me some pork chops. All righty. Vaishali, good to see you. All right, Liz Moore, you are up next. Clean Music Lover, she threatened to write you up. Yeah. Okay, Liz Moore, I'm going to do you in a minute. Clean Music Lover, there is a question like, should you be looking for another job? Like maybe this is not a great job for you. It might make sense to look for another job. Seriously. All right, Liz Moore. What is the particular energy for you with the upcoming full moon? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. It's about thinking outside of the box, expanding your horizons, and recognizing your potential and your abilities for what you want to create in this life. Okay. Daruma Daisy, will I be able to go to Japan in November? We'll do that in a minute. Liz, I like that. Good. I like that too. To go to Japan in November. Yeah, Clean Music Lover, it will get better, but it might be even better if you go elsewhere. Seriously. Yeah, I think you'll find a different job. All right. Going to Japan in November. I don't know. Maybe not in November. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, Vaishali. Please give me guidance for my college life. How do I improve myself in whatever way that can help me with my fears, anxiety about college? I think you have to stay in your logical mind as much as possible. And if there is like a college counseling center or something like that, you might want to go there just to kind of talk about it and get some support. But I think you will get there and you will be okay. You will be okay. Kay Talks, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm in grad school for mental health counseling. Good. I really want to finish my degree and become licensed, but I'm also realizing my interest is in career counseling, which is a better fit. Career counseling is a better fit. And I wonder if there's a way you could just kind of switch that on over just a little. Yeah. I also have a question about job stability. It's been a rough year in freelance. I'm still desiring a role where I feel stable, like a job I had for 8 years, but wasn't fully passionate about. Am I on a path? Yes and no. Yes and no. I think you'll limp through in the freelance way. You'll find a way. But ultimately, finishing school and getting into the new career is what needs to happen. Rosemarie, good to see you. And then I lost you. Here we go. I need to know, has my husband moved Kay in with him? He was saying he wanted us to get a place together, but I believe he may have moved her in with him. And if he did, does he plan to marry her? I asked him so many times if he was serious about us getting back together. He lies so much. I know he's a liar, but he seems so serious. So the question really is, like, why would you be serious about getting back together with him? That's really the question at this point. I think he's just like a little child, and he says whatever he wants to say in the moment. And in the moment, he's serious, but he doesn't really think about it. Now, is he living with this person? Not that I can see. But, you know, that way lies insanity, really, really. Candy B, here it is. I've been having dreams about snakes lately, and they've been showing up also. I was happy in the dream. Is this about awakening or something else? I think it's about shedding, like shedding the skin, shedding what no longer serves you in terms of beliefs and ideas, and becoming fully the person that you want to be. I think this is about deep healing for you and coming into a place of deep authenticity. And it's deep. Did I mention it was deep? It's a big deal. Okay, Joyous Ocean, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. R or S? Or neither? Or both? Maybe both. Maybe both? Like maybe it doesn't shake out that way. Maybe it's not one or the other. Maybe both. Candy B, so awesome. I love it. Yeah, it makes sense. So, Rosemarie, do you hate divorce more than you hate being in this situation? And I would argue you don't love him. You love the person you wish he would be. That's what I would say. All right. K-Talks, could you also do a reading from my mom? My sister stopped talking to her all because I'm pregnant, and my sister doesn't talk to me anymore. She's done this on and off for years. How should my mom deal with this? I think we have to recognize that your sister seems, and I'm not a doctor, I can't make a diagnosis, but your sister seems to have some real struggles. Whether it's mental health or personality or whatever, there are struggles. And I think mom should honor the daughter not wanting to talk to her. A penny for your thoughts. Yes, I can see you. So I think what mom has to do is recognize that this daughter has issues and not feel responsible to try to fix it. That's the thing. This is really, really hard. This is really hard, Kay. But here's what you tell mom. Mom is not responsible for fixing this. This is an adult daughter who is behaving badly. Mom should not try to fix it, should not feel bad about it. If there's a conversation, we're encouraging the sister to go to therapy. That's what's really needed, and we're offering to go to therapy with her if that would be helpful, and that's how we support. But beyond that, mom is not responsible here, and this is the sister trying to manipulate a situation. Mom should not respond and should not feel guilty and should not feel responsible. There you go. All right. Yeah, there it is, Kay. She has, is that bipolar disorder or borderline personality? Either way, it's an issue. And so, yeah, mom needs to not let that happen. It's mom's responsibility to not let herself be manipulated. Okay. AP. Will I be in a secure, loving relationship this year? Not necessarily this year. This year, you need to be secure and loving with yourself. But once you achieve that, then I think you'll find what you're looking for. It may not be this year, though. It may be next year. So if she's bipolar, she should find better medication. Okay. Okay, Candy B, for your spouse. Is financial freedom coming surprisingly soon? So, financial freedom for me. Hi, yes, Jeannie, yes. You're all good. You're all done, yes. Financial freedom, like, whenever I hear someone asking about financial freedom, I'm like, okay, what Kool-Aid are you drinking? Like, financial freedom is this code word for something like be careful. When we look at the financial situation, yeah, I feel like be really careful about spiritual or mundane plans to help make you, like, I think working for financial freedom is not the idea. He's been working really hard and still can't see his way. Yeah, Trey, it's a catchphrase. Financial freedom is a catchphrase that a lot of scammy people use. It's one you should watch out for. Like, do this, take this class, and you'll have financial freedom. Meditate in this way, and you'll have financial freedom. Yeah, no. Financial freedom in a capitalism isn't a thing. It's not. We are never financially free, right? So when we look at him improving his finances, he has a weird relationship with money. And I think he needs to really look at like what that is. What is that relationship with money? And it could be something from childhood. Could be something he believes that is not true. And once he changes that, things will get a lot better for him. That's what I think. Okay. Dr. All Ed, good to see you. Dylan would like to know if she should move to the apartment that she's looking at tomorrow. I don't know. She may not like it. It may not be for her. I don't see a problem with it if she wants it, but there may be something better. All right. Cassandra, good to see you. How was the back to school? Glad you're here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. What will help for the school week ahead? Recognize that it won't necessarily have to suck and that you know how to do this. You can do this. I know you don't really want to do this. But just recognize you know how to do this and you can do this and it'll be okay. But we also recognize you are sort of looking for career solutions, aren't you? You know, like you don't want to do this forever. And you don't have to. Okay. Bella Luna, love life guidance. If you're giving someone or about to give someone the benefit of the doubt, I would keep a little doubt in there and let this person prove themselves to you. Okay. Baby cakes. What do spirit guides say about my job hunt? Am I getting any closer? When is it coming? This has been such an issue, and I'm so sorry, but yes, it is coming. Maybe October. It is coming. All right. All right. Candy, okay, I got you. Yeah. All right. BC, hope everyone's having a great day. My question is the white-haired man in a white shirt that I catch a glimpse of, and out of the corner of my eye, a new guide? And the answer is not necessarily no. Could just be someone hanging around, as they sometimes do. Not helpful, not helpful, just kind of there, perhaps. Baby Cakes, you are more than welcome. Bella Luna, you are more than welcome. Peggy Lou, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Social Security is only giving me half of what they're supposed to do. Will I win an appeal? I think an appeal would be good, but you probably need an attorney to do it. Seriously. I'm sorry you're going through that. That's terrible. Febborn. Dreamt a couple of weeks ago, in bed, 2 cats, only wanted to lay at my feet, the other coming toward me. I chased it. Interpretation, please, ironically, on my way to the vet. Okay. I think this is you recognizing that you can choose. It's about boundaries. It's a dream about boundaries and recognizing that you can choose who has access to you and who doesn't. And how people will treat you. It's boundaries. Topeka, you're up next. How does Kay feel about me? I think Kay thinks that you're friendly and whatnot. I don't think there's a romantic thing here, though. Friendly, attractive, but not necessarily romantic. Martha Vink, again, welcome back and thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. Are my mom's memory issues related to depression, grief, and stress, or is something else going on? There's certainly those three things. Those three things are certainly there. But there could be something else going on there, too. We should probably be seeing a neurologist. Dora, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. We appreciate you. I've been overwhelmed with projects, and this ends up in procrastination. I feel you. I understand. It is impossible to do everything, and I am unable to prioritize. Any suggestions? Yeah, this is a sign that you actually need some time without projects, like all projects on hold. Take a day or 2 or 3 to just relax and do mundane things that you want to do, and then it will be easier to prioritize. You need more time doing just stupid things for yourself or nothing at all. That will help. Okay, and we don't usually do second questions, but I'll go ahead and do this. Candy B, with all this shedding happening, will I get a stable job before December after being a stay-at-home mom for years? Maybe not in that time frame. And I think you're really nervous about it. I think it will happen. But there's a part of me that wonders if you should think outside the box a little or think in the box and do something around childcare. Just wonder. Dora, that's exactly what you were thinking. Rosemarie, if I thought witchcraft was wrong, I would be a real hypocrite. Witchcraft is like anything else, right? You can use it to help people. You can use it to hurt people. I'm assuming as long as you harm none, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And everything right with it. I've found it very helpful for years. So yeah, that's what I think. Okay. Penny, for your thoughts. Hope you're feeling better. Okay. Penny, for your thoughts. I'm not seeing a question. Let me know if you want to get a question in. Jackie Masters. Jackie Masters, thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Candy B, you are very welcome. Jackie Masters, do my ancestors have guidance for me on my finances over the next 12 weeks and my life as a whole? Finances over the next 12 weeks may be better than you think, but save. Save more than spend. Save more than spend. And life as a whole, don't be stubborn, be open to new adventures, and be ready for change. Penny, for your thoughts. I see your question. Okay, who is next? Next is Dizzy Stitches Crochet. Hello from Kansas City. Hello. My oldest daughter, out of 4 kids, just left home for college. Oh my gosh, so many emotions. Will she get used to this new life, fit in, and have a successful school year? What a great question. It's hard at first. It's hard for both of you at first, but yeah, I think she'll do very, very well. I think she'll do very well. She may go through some changes. She may change her major. She may even change schools, but she will have a good experience overall on her educational journey. It is not easy, but it is the right thing. Okay. A penny for your thoughts. I'm going to do you next. Kay, you mentioned career counseling to be a better fit. I worry about career options and money in that field and that I'd have to change schools. There's also a distinguishing aspect when a licensed mental health counselor. You know what? Go ahead, Kay, and do that. Do the mental health counseling. Work under someone else so you get your full license, and then if you want to pivot, you can. And then you have that. So like for maybe first one and then the other. Because if you go into executive coaching, think about that. Executive coaching, Kay. You can make a ton of money. Think about that. Yep. There it is. Okay. Yeah, there it is, executive coaching. Okay, right, light bulbs just went off. I know, for me too. There you go. Okay, and Penny, for your thoughts. Will V be able to live with her children anytime soon? I think so. I think it is likely that, I don't know how soon, but I think it's likely that we will be in a process to start to make that happen. All right. My friends, from my perspective, I've answered every question. It is last call for readings, y'all. IT John and I are working on some new technology, so be on the lookout for pop-ups at any point, not today, but maybe tomorrow, you never know. I'll be back Monday with your 3-card weekly reading. I missed your question, Teresa. I missed you. Oh my gosh. Hang on a minute. I am so sorry. Justine, you are welcome. And Caroline, I missed you too. I missed a few people. Give me a minute. Scrolling back to see who I missed. I am so sorry. I see Caroline. Okay, I'm going to do Caroline, and then I'm going to go back and find Teresa. Oh no, Teresa, I am so sorry. We love you. I'm sorry. All right, Caroline McLaughlin, thanks for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Cards for a general message for the next 2 months. Nurture creativity. Try to have fun, but be careful what or whom you trust. There's your message. Teresa, thank you for being so kind. Here it is. Found you. Teresa, thank you for being a member for 2 years and a moderator. I'm going to do your Friday card too, since we missed you yesterday as well. Okay, so first, Teresa, how will my life transform in the next few months into the fall? A lot of big changes, and a lot of it is more confidence, the ability to make more money, the fear of not being able to be successful, but then you'll get busy and you will be successful just as you always knew you could, and you'll be busy and it'll be good. It'll be good. Now, your Monday card was the Four of Wands reversed, and it was a very tough week with anxiety. But Two of Wands, look at that. Four of Wands reversed and now Two of Wands. You got through it and you are still able to look toward the future, which is what you need to do. That's really the key. All right. My friends, anybody else, it happens that I miss people. I don't like to miss people, but it happens. And I am so sorry when it does. Is there anybody else? It is last call for readings, y'all. I'll be back on Monday. There are links in the description. Get your StaarCon ticket. Early bird special ends at the end of the month. Get a reading with me. The link is there to schedule such a thing. Become a member of this channel. Take really good care. I will look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great weekend.